Just giving all the stuff a second to come together. That's how you know I'm serious. All right. It seemed to be working. I'm going to turn that off. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Welcome to the Employer Brand Breakdown, which I know the title suggests that I'm about to break down, but this is not a mental health situation. This is an opportunity for us to break down an employer brand, an actual employer brand, a real, live, working, functioning employer brand. And we're doing it not from the inside, but from the outside. Why? Because that's where the candidates are. That's how the candidates see your employer brand. So the goal here is not to ding anybody. It's not to make anybody feel bad. It's not to say, oh, that sucks or that's amazing. It's not about that. It's not good or bad. This is about what's working and what can you build on. How do you make what's working get better? As you saw last week, we looked at Moderna, really hot biotech, and they're doing some good stuff, and they're doing some things that they could be better at. And so that's really what the goal here is. I want to thank Michael Comito, who recommended this company. I believe it's his company, which is doubly brave. If you'd like to volunteer a company or suggest a company that I should do a breakdown on, let me know. That's what we're here for. That's what we're supposed to do. So, one last thing. If you like employer brand thinking and talent strategy thinking like this, gosh, I have a weekly email. I'm relaunching it Monday, actually. So if you check out employerbrandheadlines.com, that's employerbrandheadlines.com. I know, cleverly named. Sign up for free. You can join the 3,500 other people who get it every week in their inbox to get a little bit smarter and a little bit sharper about their talent strategy and employer brand. Okay, with that, let's jump into it. I got to do the sharing screen button because honestly, is it even a meeting unless someone shares their screen? I don't think so. And here we are. This is the Flex Technology Group. A little bit of background based on what I can understand from looking at their website and looking at LinkedIn. About 600 employees based in Arizona. They are a large-scale printing company. And you're like, printing? People still print? Yes, they do. A lot of companies still do a lot of printing. Not the least of which, lawyers. Lawyers print a lot of stuff. A lot of different companies, whether it's large form stuff or managing a series of local printers, Flex is the company that's dedicated to printing type stuff. Okay, so we're going to start on their website. Decent website, right? It doesn't feel dated. It seems, kind of what it is. I'm not buying printing services, so I'm not the judge of if this is a good website. But I do notice that they list their 4 pillars of success, professional services, which to me says, okay, this is a company who kind of gives a bit, a little bit of a rat's butt about their people. They understand and value how much their people are bringing to the table here. So let's jump over to the career site where the real meat and potatoes is. And we have our first kind of, so close, something really good. They've got some decent copy. At Flex Technology Group, employee ideas have a way of becoming great customer experiences very quickly. Okay, this is an impact play. Hey, if you're here and you do stuff, have ideas, try new things, customers get to see it. That is a really strong play, buried in a paragraph that most people aren't going to notice because it's not only is it smaller text, it's in gray. And here you have a heading that says career opportunities, search career opportunities. This is a pretty standard career site design. I see it a lot of different places. It starts with, we're hiring, button for hiring, looking for jobs. That is designed for a particular kind of company and a particular kind of candidate journey situation, one where everybody knows this company and they're just waiting to apply. Except this is a 600-person printing company. Are they going to be famous? I don't know. Maybe they are. And maybe I'm just don't know enough about printing stuff. That may be me. But I don't think they are. I think they could be leveraging this stuff. They've got great copy down here. Your focus is on your career, you and your career. Imagine what you could do here. This is language that's very candidate facing. It's not, you should work with us because we're the best. It's imagine what you can do, which by the way, puts it at like the top 10% of career site language just by its very nature. Most career sites are crap because they don't talk about the candidate. They don't talk about what they offer the candidate. They talk about who the company is, what the company cares about, what the company might be offering, but in a way that's about the company and not about the candidate. So you've got raw material, bring it up. That header does not do you any good. If I just click the button that says careers, I don't need you to tell me this is the careers opportunity page. In fact, if you just said search career opportunities, I would know what page I'm on. This is not the buy page. This is not the corporate loyalty page. This isn't a sign up for membership page. This is a career opportunities page, just by virtue of that search field, right? Take that language and bring it up. Make it more dominant, make it more powerful, make it more clear. Right now, it kind of looks like you're on, we're kind of great. Don't mind us. We're the best. I mean, we're going to give you really amazing stuff, but like it's super soft. It's not really standing and saying, this is what we care about. This is what we offer. And if you like it, you should be a part of this, or you should at least learn more. Stand up, take a bow, show off who you are, what you're all about, what you care about. There's good stuff here. Use it. Scrolling down. Now this is where I kind of go, ooh, this is a little dated. The design here is very 2005. This kind of open and close, what they call an accordion model of navigation. You know, you click this and it opens up and there's lots of stuff and you can close it so you can go to the next one. And that made a lot of sense in 2005 when our internets were really slow and we only wanted to parcel out information slowly so we didn't overwhelm our modems, right? It was a time and place before iPhones. It was a time and place before mobile was serious at all. This doesn't play. There's great content here. And I don't say that very often, but there's great content here. Look at the company culture page. Building a legendary company with extraordinary people, building one FTG, one team, one plan, details. There's some specificity right here. Not hugely, but enough that I'm like, wow, that's something serious. And there's a video. It's a 3.5-minute video about the culture. Now, I'm not going to play it for you, but it's decent. And you've hidden it. You haven't hid it. You buried it in the backyard and hope no one noticed it, hidden it. That's horrible. You've got a DEI section, which, okay, this is who we care about. This is what we're doing. Come as you are. Good content, hidden. If you go over here to the department section, I'm a big fan of making pages or lots of team or department focused content. Look at this content for a sales page. It's a lot of paragraphs. Be a part of what works. It's a culture leading to success. Quotes from our team and another video. I think it's the same video. Second video about attributes for our success. Here's the sales team or the service team. No video, but hear from our team. Visualize your path to success. This is a career site that seems to ignore the company and focus on the candidate, which is amazing. Why are you hiding it? Whether you're putting in one big long page that everybody can kind of scroll, break it up a little bit. I don't know what, your kind of website technology here is. It looks pretty much off the shelf. It looks like it could be a Squarespace or any number of kind of basic, website platforms. You can make this better. You've got the raw materials. It's design that's kind of hindering your ability to communicate that. Okay, next step, let's look at LinkedIn. So here is their LinkedIn profile. Kabamo, there we go. There they are. And I'm going to look on posts because that's what I care about. And because remember, I don't know if I said this before, but to me, the career site, and that career site's a great example, is a place where there's a lot of compromises being made, where leadership and legal and HR and design and UX and the agency who put it together on the outside and the recruiters and the TA leaders and the hiring managers and the comms team, everybody has a finger in the pie, right? Everybody's got something to say. And I was part of a web redesign project a long time ago, and it felt like it was an organization in which not anybody could say yes to something unilaterally. Like no one had the power to say yes to something. They couldn't say, yes, we will have that function. Yes, we will have that feature. And what I say goes. But everybody had enough power to say, I don't think that's a good idea. I veto it. And consequently, you pulled out all the interesting stuff and you were left with garbage, just absolute total garbage. It was a process that was so bad that we weren't even done. And we said, this isn't working. We got to go back to square one. Horrible. I get the sense that most career sites have that tendency where there's so many compromises. You're like, oh, enough, fine. Whatever it takes to get this site out the door, great, I will compromise. But too many compromises leads to boring career sites. And they lead to, if you're the one who launched that career site, you never want to do that again. Like who wants to revisit that trauma some more? Like, no one wants to do that. However, that website might be 3 years old. This social media stuff is fresh. This is brand new stuff. So you can see it as kind of the beating heart, the pulse of what's really going on right now. Here's content that's 19 hours old. That's how fresh it is. That's what's going on. And whereas the career site might have 14,000 people and their pets and their dogs and their friends and their Aunt Matilda all having a voice in what the career site says, social media was probably one person, and maybe they ran it by legal and maybe they didn't, right? There's a lot of raw information coming from this because it's not being filtered by all those channels, right? Okay, so let's take a look at a couple of LinkedIn posts. Actually, what's really interesting about what they're doing is this. They're not posting much. What they're doing is finding content from their people and reposting it. Not a bad strategy, right? It has that sense of, I don't know who Rodney is, but I find Rodney way more interesting than Flex Technology Group as an organization. Not because I think Flex is bad, but because people are better. People are better than companies. That's just universally true, right? If a person is saying it, they have a stake in the game. They have feelings. They have, kind of a reputation. They have, like, they're going to say it, and if they're going to mean it, they're going to mean it. A company has lawyers. They hedge, they fudge, they spin. People don't believe companies like they believe people. So this is a strong strategy with some issues. So I like the idea of leveraging the content people are sending. In this case, it looks like a recruiter. That's Rodney. This case, it's an account executive, Tina. Here's Rodney again showing off more people. I love this idea of Rodney showing off his people and either people he recruited or people he works next to a lot. And it's good stuff. Two things I would adjust. Actually, I lied. Three things. First, the picture. The picture needs to be a little less Rodney and a little more the other person. This is a little more clear here where Rodney is the central focus and Bruena is kind of off on the side. It's cropped funny. I think just a minor visual adjustment makes it clear who the post is about. And Rodney, you're going to get, if you're listening and you're not, but if you are, you're going to get all the buzz in the world by promoting other people. You don't have to stick your mug in that every single post. Sometimes, sure. Everyone, no. And if you do, don't be the center of attention. Recrop that photo. 2, Rodney's saying some really nice things about the people he's talking about. In this case, she's been with Flex for a year, quickly got involved in DEI. She's on her second role. When asked about her time thus far, she shared that she enjoys the community vibe going on at Flex. Great. Love it. Where does the concept of community vibe show up on the career site? Spoiler, it doesn't. Now, I'm going to give Rodney as many points as I can give him for doing the work. He's doing a great job. What he's lacking is just a soupçon of direction, just a little smidge of direction to say, hey, if you're talking to people and highlighting people, thank you, by the way. Here's a gift card. Here's money. Here's a bottle of something special. Thank you. But if you're going to do it, here's some guidelines. Talk about one of these 2, 3, 4 ideas every single time. And those 2, 3, 4 ideas happen to be the components of the brand, right? Best idea wins. That's what I saw on the career site. A couple other things. Focus about that. It's not enough just to say positive things about these people. You got to connect it to the brand and make it more valuable. So like A+ is across the board with the exception of the content not quite connecting to the brand as well as it could. So that's an area where Rodney can kind of do a little better. And Michael, if you're listening, and I suspect that you are, give Rodney a pat on the back from me. This is great. Most recruiters do not do this. Top 5, top 10% recruiters do this stuff. So Rodney, congratulations. Welcome to the top. You are the elite. And here's a way to make it even better. Here's a way to make it connect and pay off. Third thing, and this is where Flex can step up. Posting and not commenting is a missed opportunity. Look at the visual. Look at the way this is set up. Flex Technology is literally the frame around which Rodney's post exists. Flex has the opportunity to frame it the way they need. Not to say, look, here's a cool thing, but to say, thanks, Rodney and Bruena, for doing this thing and for being carrying the Flex banner because we care about blah, 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 whatever that is, connected to the brand. It's a way of reframing, to taking the value of the content itself and pointing it in the right direction. An employer brand, in fact, any brand, is a pattern. And if you see repeated patterns repeating over and over again about the same ideas over and over again, a candidate has no choice but to believe the pattern. They don't believe in individual posts. They don't believe Rodney, even though, again, Rodney, welcome to the top. But they believe patterns. If you say it once, that's a nice thing to say. If you say it 10 times, okay, sure. If you say it 100 times, okay, I believe that, right? The reason I believe that Nike believes that all its shoes and all its athletic wear are for anybody who wants to be an athlete is because it's been saying that for 40 flippin' years, right? They didn't say it last week. It's not a flavor of the month idea. This is what they've been committed to. This is what they've been talking about since the inception. That's a pattern, and that's how you build a brand, not by saying something cool, but by taking what's core and true about you and turning it into a pattern that you express as many ways as you possibly can. All right? So, Flex, you're doing great work. There's so many ways to turn the volume up. It's so funny. Most companies, my biggest challenge is there's not enough content. You don't have that problem. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Now, design the content to sing. Put the content in a position to do you good, to really attract the candidates you want. You've done the hard work of building it, of knowing what's useful to you. Now set it up for success. Then amplify it on LinkedIn. You've got Rodney, who's apparently ready to step up and tell you some stories and just come on, everybody, round of applause. Rodney, thank you so much. Killing it. This is what most recruiters should be doing. In fact, a lot more recruiters should be doing more of this. This is social recruiting. This is how it's done. That said, great work. It's just a couple of fiddly things that we could do to kind of really turn the volume up. Michael, thank you for volunteering and suggesting this brand. I hope there's some good notes for you and your team to kind of say, ooh, there's some small things we could do and some design work we could take advantage of to really make this work. Otherwise, great stuff. If you'd like me to review your brand or somebody else's brand, frankly, I don't care. Let me know. I'm on LinkedIn literally now. I'm on LinkedIn Live right now. You can ping me. You can put a comment in the thing, or you can click my name somewhere, which probably is right there somewhere, and let me know who I should do a breakdown of next. I'm trying to do these about every week so that, hopefully people get something out of this. So hopefully it's useful to see how candidates absorb employer branding. That's why we're doing this, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you next week. Thanks so much, fans. Don't forget to subscribe to employerbrandheadlines.com. Thanks. Bye.